Even though we're outside, I'm gonna try and use my indoor speaking voice, especially because it's somber out here. It looks like it's gonna rain. It looks like maybe a murder's gonna happen here later on. Who knows? I don't know if you got the full shot, but I feel a little bit like Forrest Gump right now. Minus the whole transformative journey that he underwent throughout the entire movie. So basically, we just got this. This is what we're doing. What's cracking, guys? Omar Yusuf here, back with another video. Just chilling after an intense squat session. I did a whole lot of movements. I actually was sweating for a change, which feels pretty good. The message in today's video, this is not a walkie-talkie, but it is a talkie video where it's training related, but also applies to other things I've learned in my time. And the overall message, I guess, I don't know what I'm gonna title this, would be ignore everybody. And what I mean is that a lot of times your gut is right, what you truly want to do. I'm first going to frame this when it comes to the fitness industry, but then I'll give you other examples. In the first place, when we talk about ignoring everybody, what I mean is that what you truly might want as a goal when it comes to fitness might not be what's popular. And to once again frame it around myself, when I first started putting out YouTube content, talking about strength wasn't popular, right? There was basically just bodybuilders, guys that looked aesthetic, talking about a variety of different things, you know, arm blasters, how to look swole, and those are really good goals, no doubt about it. I share some of those goals, but I also had a performance aspect. I wanted to get stronger, I wanted to lift more weight, I wanted to improve my deadlift, my squat, my bench, and that was pretty much even from the inception of my training. But it wasn't popular. People did not talk about it. You know, I think another channel, Elliot Hulse, he didn't have a lot of subscribers for years and years because it kind of was just underground. Meanwhile, other channels did blow up. And so there wasn't that niche. I remember also I would be posting about deadlifts. This is going back 2009, 2010. You got to keep in mind, for some of you guys watching, obviously right now, 2017, you tend to think only maybe in 2017. I don't know when you started your fitness journey, but fitness has changed for the better, I actually would say, overall from when I started making content. So 2009, 2010, you know, being a 14-year-old, completely different landscape. And so deadlifts actually were a thing. I would do deadlifts and people would say, why are you doing that? You're gonna snap your shit up. And it kind of went a little counter to what everyone else was preaching at the time. Not everyone in the fitness community, but certainly what was being portrayed on YouTube. But that's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to do those things. And then we could even extend that further. It's like, why would you want to train if you just don't want to look good? If you, like, why do you want to lift all this weight? And so some people don't understand that, but that's where that whole mantra of ignore everybody or do your own thing. You know, I named the apparel that I do Rascal Apparel for a reason. Rascal means schism, to stand apart, to stand and be your own person. And it kind of sounds funny to say ignore everybody. You're like, well, wait a second, should I just ignore you, Omar? Yeah, if that's the case, if that's what you want to do, absolutely. For me, one of the other things, just being real, like talking fashion, for instance, I like wearing spandex. Okay, I like wearing compression pants. I just like how it feels. Makes me feel alive. And I remember when I first started wearing it, people were like, holy shit. Honestly, when I first started wearing it, I used to do some sprinting, and all the football players, all those dudes, they would always wear it. I think it just helps with the sweat, who knows. But so I started wearing it on YouTube, and some people, this is 2011, 2012, and people were thinking, holy shit, what the hell are you doing? This makes absolutely no sense. But it's weird because coming from the outside perspective, doing your own thing, some of those things then become popular. Fast forward several years, and you got guys like, shout out to Johnny Candido, my favorite burrito, putting out phenomenal powerlifting content, and powerlifting as a whole, or let's just say strength, the strength community has exploded, and now it's become the norm. But it came from the outside. It was the outsiders that brought it in. And when you frame your overall fitness goals, whatever they may be different than what I want, they might be different than what a lot of people want, or they might be exactly what everyone else is doing. Maybe you're just a bro that wants big biceps. Maybe you're just a dude that wants to get really strong. Maybe you just want to get in shape in order to play with your kids. But whatever your goal is, you have to make sure, and this is the key phrase here, it's your goal and not someone else's goal. If you just live your life following what everyone else is doing, then you'll never truly be happy either with your goals or other things in life. And so I see trends, you know, there's fitness trends where powerlifting certainly was one of them in the last few years. And I think that was good. I think raising awareness of the strength community is a very positive thing. But then you have some people that maybe it wasn't their true calling, maybe they want to do something else. And that's why for me, I decided after a while that I in fact wanted to do weightlifting. I had wanted to do it for a while, But it was one of those things I was just a little hesitant on because I worried when I was producing the content, would people even want to watch this stuff? But that was the wrong attitude. I have to do what I want to do and then incorporate it in the whole. There's a lot of different things, and that's why you probably see on this channel, there's a variety of different content. There's a lot of different guests. There's bodybuilding, there's powerlifting, weightlifting, just overall body recomp, or maybe just moving a little bit better. Things that I think people would find interesting. So it's about incorporating what I want and what I think you guys want to see. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you want to do when it comes to your fitness goals, and you have to determine what those are. I think all of us, when we first start lifting, we're not really quite aware what we want, and it takes a little bit of that journey, that introspection, and it changes over time. We might only want at the start to get in better shape, to look better, or any of those things, but it might transcend beyond that over time, and that's okay. Just be prepared to make those changes and evolve.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
I hope that a lot of us train for a long period of time, that it becomes a long-term thing, and as it becomes a long-term thing, the goals tend to change. So that's just something that I would say. There's something I was thinking about because I was talking with someone, actually, a buddy, that we both started training at around the exact same time. So this would be almost now 10 years ago, I think, something like that. And just where we are, what we're doing, he's actually competing in weightlifting. He took that up, I think, a few years ago, which is our interesting journey where we just started as two bros that love to lift. And I think passion is the key, and finding what you're passionate about is ultimately the most important. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, as the sun is setting, someone is definitely going to die out here. Hopefully, you know, Forrest Gump will protect us. May you rest in peace. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.